Hello guys. In this video, you'll see some really interesting things, especially for those who just got interested in massage and would possibly like to try this out. You won't need any additional tools or equipment. Just do what you see in this video instruction, step by step, and you'll get plenty of emotions and sensations, new sensations that you might really like. And in the future, massage may become part of your life. So, my friends, now we're going to try our very first, introductory, so to say, massage technique. We call it hand trampoline. Before we start giving a real massage, we'll apply some pressure through the sheet to create the right feeling and prepare the body for the massage. It will be much more comfortable than starting to work on the person's body right away. So here's what we begin with. The most important thing is to put your hands on the sacrum. You move your body, not your hands. You place your hands this way, like a butterfly, on the sacrum and slowly transfer your weight to your hands. And then shift it back. You move one hand and repeat the same way. You just transfer your weight and then go back. Then you place the other hand and repeat the same thing. And we go over the entire back, working in our usual mode. And now, in the opposite direction. Here, you don't just press down, but you also stretch a little toward the side. Then you go back, and now the other hand goes first. All we do is transfer the weight of our body to our hands, and that's it. We just stretch a little bit towards the side with our hands. Very easy. And back. And then, very carefully, with a stroking movement, we pick up the sheet and remove it like this. And now, the person is ready for the massage. We begin the massage itself by applying some oil. Naturally, we use a special massage coconut oil. But if you're doing this at home, you can take any basic oil. You can buy a Johnson's baby oil, for example, or you can use a bit of any oil that doesn't have a strong smell. It will really enhance the sensations during this first technique if you put the bottle with the oil into hot water, so your oil will be warm. It will be enough to create a really pleasant feeling of this warm oil. What we do next, we pour just a little oil on a palm. And from the palm, the oil will spread from our fingertips by these tiny drops. It will spread on its own along the spine. And we do it like this, using just our fingertips. First, we distribute the oil along the spine. And our next technique is when one hand goes after the other. You don't have to do anything special here, just one hand goes after the other to one side of the body. And we distribute the oil all over that side. Then we go back and switch to the other side. So we distribute the oil from the spine all over the body. And here, on the neck, let's include some author techniques, starting from the four main principles. The first is the principle of area. If we just distribute the oil in stroking movements, this will lead to one kind of sensations, but if you move your hand closer to the sheet on which the person is lying, and even move it a little under the person, it will dramatically change the feeling, to the better, of course. The same goes for the other side. You move your hand down toward the sheet. Now we have distributed the oil and we're ready to apply the next massage technique. After we have distributed the oil, we'll do the next kind of stroking movement. We call it a linking movement because it is supposed to unite all the sensations felt on the back. How do we do this? Our hands are between the shoulder blades. We very slowly move them down to the sacrum. Then the hands go apart, almost down to the sheet. You're already familiar with the principle of area. Then we go to the sides. We turn the hands like this. And now 4 fingers go almost to the collarbones. We reach the neck and place the hands like this. This will be a little different kind of stroking, but it gives a really pleasant sensation. You move your hands until you're on your fingertips, and you just put the hand down, using the back side of your fingers, then you move your hands forward. And on the sacrum, you turn them around, now you use the palm surface, the hands slide down to the sheet and pass along the lateral surface. Then you go around the shoulders again, and move to the area between the shoulder blades. You would repeat this 5 to 6 times. After stroking, even for a relaxing massage, we want to do some really good and deep stretching movements. And the most important zone here is the lower back, the lumbar area. We do the same stroking movements with our palms. Just go lower in there, where the ribs end. What we will do is just transfer the weight onto our palms, and we'll sort of stretch the sacrum away from us, like this. Then you go back using the same movement you already know. We've moved back. Here we switch and use our palms. We transfer our weight to the hands, then we move as if we pushed the sacrum away from ourselves. This will be a great feeling of a stretched lower back. Now, do this once again. When we transfer the weight and push away, we use the next main principle. This is the principle of density. If we want the person to feel deeper sensations from our massage techniques, we should always use the weight of our entire body, not just the weight of our hands. So, when we work on the back and reach the lower back, we have to transfer our weight to the palms and push ourselves away. And that's how we'll be stretching the lumbar part. After lower back stretching, it's good to change the sensations a little, and we'll do it by using the next stroking technique, the figure of 8 along the spine. Our hands remain on the middle part of the spine, and here the hands go in opposite directions, like this, and then they pass on the sides, shoulder, sacrum, and they meet in the middle. Then they go really slowly along the spine, go down, one to the lateral surface, the other to the shoulder joint. Then they swap and go back to the middle, go apart in the opposite direction. On the sides, they get back to the middle of the back and go apart again. Follow the sides of the back, and they return to the middle of the spine. Another deep technique we're going to use is stretching the upper back. Please be careful here, you can only stretch from the spine toward the sides. Not downwards, not upwards, only to the sides. That's why we use our butterfly hands, like this. We transfer weight and move our hands down on the ribs. Then we go back, butterfly hands, to the sides. And perform the same sequence in reverse order. This movement is only applied on the upper back. Don't forget about the principle of area, and always go down to the sheet that the person is lying on. After this technique, we can remember and do the linking stroking movement once again. We already know how to do it. Then, we move on to the next technique. The next technique is also a deep one. It consists in stretching the upper shoulder muscles, the so-called trapezius muscles. How are we going to do this? The palms go down almost where the neck starts, and we move as if we were pushing the person down toward their legs. We relax our arms on the shoulder joints and go back. Then we put our hands in a parallel position to the spine again. We push the person down toward their legs. Then we move the hands apart slowly, calmly, and put them back. And once again. We'll repeat this 5 to 6 times. After that, we'll do some linking stroking again. And the hands remain on the middle of the back again. Then we'll do another figure of 8. But it won't be along the spine. It will be across. To do this, we place our hands and ourselves beside the lying person. Our hands go apart and follow the sides, and then one hand goes up and the other goes down. And we go to the opposite side again. Then the hands return to the central part of the back and meet there. Then the hands go apart again. One goes up and the other goes down. They pass on to the other side, go back to the center, and the ways cross again. We will do the same thing in the opposite direction. Here we're going to use another main principle, the principle of smoothness. All your movements should be rounded up at the end. We don't act like this, but we round up every movement as its vector changes. This way, all your movements will feel like they never stop. They are connected and smooth, in one direction and in the other. And you can finish with the same kind of stroking again, the linking movement that we already know. And now I'm going to show another cool trick that we'll do. It looks like you're starting another round, but instead, you pick the sheet with 2 fingers and cover the person this way. Slowly, carefully, without letting go of the sheet. And then you do the hand trampoline that we did at the beginning of our massage. And you apply stroking movements through the sheet, slowly. You can finish the procedure when your hands reach the head. You can give this kind of massage using a massage table. But we used this version on purpose to show that you can do this at home, without any special tools or tables. You can just put a blanket on the floor and give this massage. You don't need any equipment. Just do it right now. Don't wait. This massage can be 5, 10 minutes long, 20, 40, even an hour long. How do you do that? Just repeat every technique more times. For example, you can do something 10 times instead of 5, and you can do this round again. So, like we did from beginning to end. And repeat the same thing again. And such zones as your lower back, the upper back, the shoulders, They give a really pleasant feeling when you work there, and the person would always like you to work there more. So go and repeat. The person will never notice that you are doing the same thing, it will feel different for the person every time, whether you'll be doing it for 10 minutes or for an hour. Well, you've watched this video instruction, and now, don't wait for anything and do it right now. You may get new ideas and sensations that will lead you to develop further and further. Do massage, learn massage and bring pleasure to your friends and loved ones.